You're playing tonight.
Yeah.
Are you starting?
No, I'm coming.
Always late with
No.
new technology.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah. Never mind. Oh.
At least it's digital.
Well, it's only for
Sony.
it's only for the paper, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, about photography during the concert, during the interview? No.
Concert. You
During the
can-
concert is better. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
looks better.
Yeah, let's start now. You're playing now under your own name, not as Electric Music. Is that why?
Yeah, I found out that if I use any other name, Electric Music or X Epsilon Z, I have to explain this name with my name. I have to say, oh, this Electric Music is the band of Carl Bartos who used to be in Kraftwerk. So it's just a shortcut. I don't want to pollute people's memory with too much information. Basic.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the name. It's just Electric Music. It's just it's simpler. And I'm gonna do my further records under this name, Bartos.
Yeah, records. You released an album about a month ago, I think. A collaboration with what's his name?
Flats
Flats. Yeah.
on Epic. Yeah. How can you know? It's just out now.
The internet.
Oh yeah, right. So I did the music and the half of the lyrics. They asked me from Sony if I just wanted to do this music, and I said yes. I had nothing to do. I spent last year almost 9 months on it. But I didn't do the production. It's just the content.
Yeah, I haven't heard the album, but could you describe it a bit to us?
No,
No.
can't describe music. It's you listen.
Yeah. But been wondering a bit through the years. You're not working with Lotta Manteuffel anymore.
No, it didn't work out. So we know each other for so many years, and it didn't work out in the end on a professional base. So we started being friends, and I said, hey, I'm just doing this band, Electric Music, jump on the bandwagon, and he said yes. But on a professional level, it didn't work.
So do you know what he's doing now? Is he doing music?
No, I think he turned, oh look, mosquito. Sorry. He turned into a publishing business.
And I haven't had time to structure these.
Go ahead, just make it
questions.
rough.
Speaking of mosquitoes and Wolfgang Flür, about his book and you know, Ich war ein Roboter.
Yeah.
I haven't read it. I haven't been able to get a copy. But what do you think of Good Thinking?
Oh, fantastic.
Cut myself on the
cassette?
cassette. That's just like me.
Heard by technology.
Exactly. What do you think of Rafael von Florian's reaction to the book? I've heard been very negative.
The reaction of whom?
Of Kraftwerk, you know.
From Florian.
I don't know.
Upset.
I don't know.
No.
Have you read the book?
I read it. Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's too personal, and I mean it's his. We are good friends, so we talk to each other. And I told him as he sent me the manuscripts, I told him not to publish it or just make it more abstract, and it's too personal for my kind of like. I think, but you know, it's like for him, it's like therapy, and it's his personal point of view. But if I would write the book, it would have been totally different. So it's just one point of view, and I think his point of view is too romantic and full of feelings, and he seems to be very hurt.
Oh.
So I don't know. I usually don't talk about other people's work. I'm not a critic. I think everybody should read it himself or herself and judge later.
Yeah, but the problem is you can't seem to get the book anymore because there's some kind of court order, I think.
Oh no, it's true, and he won the case. Now he progressed further. It will be out now in England and Japan, I think.
So do you think you had very different reason for leaving Kraftwerk?
Well, basically, one of the main reasons was slowing down of output. So if you work 5 years on one record, it's a little slow. So we couldn't handle this anymore. So it was much better for us to leave. And looking back in retrospective, it was the right thing to do, I think. I mean, I would have been now 10 years still in the band without anything coming out, and I have a really good life.
You moved to Hamburg?
I moved to Hamburg, and it's a really bright city, and you know Hamburg?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic place to be. A lot of cultures going on, and I mean the weather is a little rainy, like England, so lots of rain, but it's still cool.
What about music scene up there? Do you meet musicians?
Not really, not really. I thought it would be nice when I moved there, because my publishing is there, Warner Chappell, and a lot of media. But in the end, it really doesn't matter where you're living now, especially in this type of business. You know, the internet is really... People are as far as the next telephone or as the next computer. That's really good. Global village.
And what about your music nowadays? The last Electric Music album was very much guitar based, but I've heard reports that you're not using that much guitars live. What?
You know, after I did my first record, I went to Manchester to work with Johnny Marr and Bernard Sumner, and I stayed there for almost 2 years. We had really good time, and we wrote together 9 songs for their record, Raise the Pressure. And then it came out, and I fell in love with the guitar because I started up playing the guitar when I was a kid. So I used my bigger sister's guitar. I took it from the wall, and I learned my first songs to play, and Johnny reminded me on this. So by the time like 1996, I was doing 20 years electronic music, and I sort of hated it by that, because everything was so much the same. If you're watching television and you're watching commercials, everybody's using these sounds, and they are. I had an overload of electronic music. I had to step away and do some and using some other sounds to keep fresh and to keep my energy going towards music in general. So after that, it was sort of therapy for me, using sounds of the 60s, and now I'm back, and I'm not afraid anymore using electronic sounds. So, and now these concerts I'm going to do are part of this whole movement now. I call them classics of electropop. I'm going to play the Robots and Numbers and Computer World.
All songs which
I've written the model, and all Neon Lights, and so it's going to be fun tonight, I guess.
Telephone call?
Not now, because I only play 1 hour. I do it when I play 90 minutes, I play telephone call.
So will it be a mixture of Kraftwerk song and electric music songs?
I play TV and Young Urban Professionals, and if I play longer, I play more other tunes.
You already did some shows in Germany under this concept?
I've played in Cologne, Electronic Beat Festival. I've played in Riga, which is Letland.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
Wow.
This is actually the third concert.
Yeah.
I've played in Arvika 96.
Yeah, I know. I think you know Paul Wilkinson.
Paul Wilkinson, yeah.
A friend of mine, yeah.
I lost track of him.
Yeah, so did
He's
we.
in London,
Yeah.
I guess. And all all these Kraftwerk community fans, they seem to be very strange people.
Some of them.
Some of them. So it's really hard for me to stay connected. There's one crazy guy who sends me letters and nice postcards from Bath. And
Oh yeah,
Andrew Sledge.
Yeah.
So he keeps distance. So
Yeah.
he's really cool and he's not very what is the right word? Obsessive.
Yeah.
And he's cool and he says hello once in a while, a postcard, and that's really nice.
That's okay.
And these are the people you keep contact to actually. If they are not grabbing your and wanting attention all the time. So
Do you think the crazy fans? Do you experience more of that after Kraftwerk or during the Kraftwerk time?
after Kraftwerk.
After Kraftwerk.
Because then with Kraftwerk we didn't do so much concert. We haven't any connection outside. So when I stepped out of these walls, it was easy for them to come and say hello. But usually it's okay. Just once in a while, if somebody knocks at your door at home and it's you think on John Lennon and all these.
Did that
Case
happen
in
to you?
point, Paul Wilkinson.
Yeah.
Paul Wilkinson.
Yeah,
He
wrote
did.
about it.
And it's frightening, and
Yeah,
you are. I mean, but it didn't happen now for years.
Yeah, I know he stays in touch with Wolfgang. Maybe not now, but some years ago when he was doing the Yamo.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Good. He likes it. I don't like it. It's frightening.
Yeah.
I'm really afraid. Because you never know what people think. You know, Paul Wilkinson seems to be nice and smooth,
Yeah.
but you don't know.
No, what happens in his mind? Huh?
You don't know, and so next day somebody else will be there, and you
Who
don't
is
know
it,
him.
Hassan? That's-
And so in general you avoid closer contacts. 'Cause Okay, what else?
I don't know. The usual question about future plans.
No,
Maybe-
no plans.
No plans.
Just future.
Yeah. More gigs?
Yeah, definitely.
Anything booked yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna play at the Expo in Hannover 2 times. And then I put out my next record. It's just a single this year. And we're gonna do German touring in autumn. Just the major cities to get media, press, and to get the promotion. And then next year I put out my next album, and then I do all over.
So the people you're working on, you will be a whole band on stage?
Yeah. Now we are 2 people. One keyboard player, Dave, and next time I put somebody like on stage with cameras and a media setup, video recorder, live video animation.
So are these people you know since for a long time or just
Yeah, a
musicians?
couple of years, 5-6 years.
But it's not gonna be permanent setup. You could change them or
No,
yeah.
you know, you're lucky if you find someone you can work with. So, and if you find a good team, you keep it.
Yeah. Good.
If not, you're gonna change it. But as far, I'm really happy now with the people I found.
And they contribute on the record in the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the sound engineer is gonna be the sound engineer on my record, and we're doing the vocal session next week in Hamburg. Dave is around all the time. He works in a studio, and so.
Yeah, I already read an article on the internet about your studio and very extensive about all the machines you use and all that. So I won't ask questions on this, but it was good reading
It's
it.
not we're not a technical magazine. or
no.
anything, so-
But it's working anyway.
It's good working, but I'm not into technology.
As long as it's functioning.
Yeah. You know, John Cage used to say. You know, John Cage. He used to say, the funny thing about technology is it gets smaller and smaller and smaller as it will be advanced more and more, and in the end it disappears completely. So
Yeah.
I mean it reads funny, but I'm not very sure about the concept of technology. I think you should not depend on it. You see,
Yeah.
as long as we can still write with our hands, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I wonder how long young people can still write with their hands.
Put me out in the forest and we'll starve in 12 hours.
Sure. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I get myself something to eat.
Yeah, we can
I mean,
join you.
yeah? Okay.